What's up, YouTube? Overcash here, and we got a serious conversation. So all this stuff's going on. I live in the state of Ohio. We just got put under quarantine. We're under quarantine from the 23rd at 11:59 until April 6th at 11:59. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Now, when all this stuff started, and they shut down schools, everybody freaked out. They started buying stuff. What they start buying? Well, they started buying hand sanitizer. One of the reasonable things to buy, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't find any hand sanitizer in the store because everybody went out and panic bought it. Now let me explain to you how panic buying works. You go out and you buy all of it that you can possibly afford, or all that you think that you're gonna need, and then some. By some, I mean a lot. I couldn't find hand sanitizer. I had to go out and make my own. I used aloe and moonshine. This is stronger than the stuff you can buy in the store. But I had to use moonshine to make this. It works. It's 97% alcohol, where hand sanitizer is 91% alcohol that they put into aloe. Exact same thing, but this is stronger. Would I do it differently if I could have bought hand sanitizer? Yeah. That was way more expensive. And then you got people buying up toilet paper. 3 years worth of toilet paper in a cart. And they got 2 weeks of food in their house. What are you going to do with 3 years of toilet paper? Come on. Seriously? You got 2 weeks worth, 2 days worth of food in your house. And you're going out and buying up all this stuff. And then you got the people that are going out and buying up all the guns. You were probably anti-gun a couple weeks ago until shit hits the fan, and you come over to the other side and you're glad that you have guns. But you go out and you buy up all the fancy new ARs. Is this what I'd buy for my first gun and shit hits the fan? I don't know. I can't answer that because I've already got a bunch of guns, and every gun has a different function. Can I hunt with this gun? Yeah, I can hunt with it. Can I kill small game with it? Kill it? Yes. Utilize it after I kill it with it? Depends on where you shoot it, how good you are with it, and you're buying up all the ammo to them. It's impossible to find ammo right now. Everywhere's selling out. But if you've never used a gun before, and you run out and you buy up guns to be able to defend your house, congratulations. You know, you're making a move in the right direction. You know, rather be late than never. At least we had warning on this one. But would this be the first gun that I would go buy if I didn't have other guns that I could use for other purposes? This is great home defense. I can take down big game with it. Some big game. It is only a 5.56. But what would better suit you for a dual purpose situation? A shotgun would be great. You can take down big game, small game, home defense, truck gun if you need it. You never know if you're going to need a gun, so it's always good to have a shotgun. A shotgun is good for just about everything. I can hunt deer, I can hunt rabbits, I can hunt ducks, whatever. Do you have a way to go fishing? Because that's another good one. You can get food from going fishing. I'm not going to make this all about survival. I'm going to pretty much make this more of what do you have? What do you wish you had? And I want you to make a list of the things that you wish that you would have had before all this started and after all this is over and we're back to work and we're doing, go out and buy those things. Keep them stocked up in your house. You should never have less than a month's worth of food. You should never have less than 6 months worth of food. Am I a little bit light on food? Rationed out, I can feed me, my fiance, and my 2 kids for probably about 3.5 months rationed out. But I've got ways of going out and getting more food. I can plant. Not really the time of year to be planting. I mean, I could start planting here soon. Um, if you're wanting to get into planting, start thinking about things that grow really fast so you can have food on your table as fast as you can get it. Because the stockpile of food that you've got isn't going to last forever. I'm in the middle of building a chicken tractor because I want to be able to have chickens without killing one spot of my yard, be able to spread that manure out, walk them through a garden to be able to fertilize my garden. I might start making videos on that stuff, but today we're going to stick with what do you have, what do you wish you had? Renewable food sources are a great thing to have. Stuff that you can store and keep is a great thing to have. Chickens, I can eat them. I can get their eggs. I can do a lot of things with chickens. A 22 is a good thing to have. I can hunt rabbits with this. I get my kids into shooting. My son can shoot a rabbit with his 22 Henry lever action. Do you have ammo? Are you going out and buying up all the expensive stuff right now? I've got enough ammo for all my guns to be able to defend myself for a while. But what would I buy right now if I didn't have a stockpile of ammunition? 22 12 gauge birdshot, because this is cheaper, lighter. I can pack it. I've got magazines that hold a lot of it. 22 LR for a little rifle. I can shoot rabbits with it all day long. I can walk right outside in the woods and get rabbits, squirrels, whatever. Do I want to eat a rabbit or a squirrel? Not really. But I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I've got stockpiles of rice. Do I want to sit there and eat a bunch of rice? Hell no. I don't want to sit there and eat nothing but rice. But a little bit of squirrel and a little bit of rice goes a long way when you don't have any food at all. You're running out buying up all the toilet paper. Stop and think about this stuff. Think about the things you wish you had. Do you have a way to surveil your neighborhood without putting yourself in harm's way? Like if you're in a city, can you go out of your house without going out of your house? I'm in the country. I can go out of my house without going out of my house. I can use a drone to be able to look around outside, find game that I can shoot with a drone without scaring it away from far enough away. I can go out and get it. What would you do if you couldn't find ammo, or you couldn't find reload stuff for your guns that you're going out spending all this money on? I've got a cannon. Would it work for home defense? I could set it up and aim it at my door. I only got one shot, but it's a hell of a fucking shot, I promise you. It might not look like much, but, that's a big fucking hole that it's going to put in something. So, is it the ideal situation? No, not in the least, but it's an answer to a problem if you've got a problem and you don't have an answer. That's just... that's decoration that I fire off outside, messing around. That's the way I could signal neighbors if I needed their attention. I didn't want to waste my expensive ammunition. I could make my own gunpowder. Gunpowder is only 3 ingredients. It's charcoal, sulfur, and I can't remember what's in the stump remover. Oh well, I'll make a video on that later. But I make my own cannon powder for it because I couldn't find cannon powder at a reasonable price, so I started making my own. It's not hard to do. Educate yourself. That's one thing that you don't have to pay for. Usually, 99% of the time, you don't have to pay to educate yourself on how to take care of yourself if shit hits the fan. and nobody can come in and steal it from you. You can come in here and take everything I've got. I could go build a trap line if I had to. I could build traps. I could still plant a garden. You know, unless you take all my seeds, but I can go get seeds. It's not the hardest thing to do. Right now we're under quarantine. I can't really go wherever. I mean, I can because of my job. I'm considered an essential service, so I can go out if I need to, and I can do what I need to do. Now, you can still go to the stores and stuff until they put a stop to that, because they've been putting a stop to a lot of things and not telling you ahead of time. I heard on Friday that we were going to be put under quarantine. It's Sunday. We just got the order. So they knew about it Friday, but they didn't tell us until today. And they gave us a little over 24 hours notice. But they know a lot of stuff that they're not telling us ahead of time. They're not even testing all the people that have the coronavirus. Why? Because they don't have the damn test kits. It's getting blown out of proportion way more than what we know. But take this as an opportunity to go, okay, well, what would have happened if something big would have happened like this, and it would have been instantaneous, and I couldn't go out to the stores and buy the stuff that I needed to buy. If I couldn't have went out for the last 3 weeks and bought stuff and hoarded toilet paper and all the damn hand sanitizer, you assholes. What would you have done? What could you have done? Where would you be at? Did you have enough food in your house? Start a list. Think about it. Take this time to better yourself and put yourself in a better position for not only now, but for the future. People look at you like you're crazy when you're prepping. I'm not really a prepper. I just make sure that I got the stuff that I need. I'm not one of these, oh, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. It's all a conspiracy. No. But I think that you should be self-sufficient enough to where if something happened, that you're not hanging out there with your ass in the wind, unable to do anything. Have food. Have water. And that's another thing I've seen people buying up is a lot of water. Now, water is great to have, but you know what? How many water sources do you have at your house? How many gallons of water do you have access to? As long as we've got electricity, I've got an endless supply of water. I've got a well. Outside of the well, we lose electricity. I've got a pool. I've got a creek. I've got multiple ways of purifying water. Can you make a water purifier? I might make a video on that. Boy Scouts, they teach you how to make a water purifier. 2 bandanas, sand, charcoal. You really only need 1 bandana. You take a bandana, you hang it between 3 sticks, 4 sticks, whatever, and you put charcoal in it that you've crushed up from your fire. Crush it up, put it in there, put sand on top of it. Pour your water through that. It might come out a little bit dark, but you're not going to get any diseases from it. You can boil water. Now, I've got plenty of ways of boiling water. Electric in the house if I needed it, which if that goes out, I can boil it outside. I've got more wood than I know what to do with. I can heat my house with wood. I've got a fireplace. Think about this stuff. Redundancy is a real thing. If you don't have a way to support your family and support yourself, you're a burden on society. You're going to be one of those people that are going hungry and willing to do anything to take care of your family because you didn't do anything to take care of your family. Don't come knocking on my door. I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. I got something for you. I got something for you, but it's not what you want because I'm not giving away my supplies to help people that didn't prepare for themselves. Now, if you ask me for help, I'm willing to help you. You know, I'll teach you how to raise chickens. I'll teach you how to harvest chickens. I'll teach you how to plant. I'll teach you how to purify water. I'll teach you how to go fishing. You know, I've got ways of going fishing. I live not far from where I can go and catch fish to feed my family if I have to. Like I said, I can shoot a rabbit from my couch. I can find game with my drone. I've done it. You know, I see deer running through these fields all the time when I'm out there flying my drone around. And it wouldn't be nothing for me to herd them in a certain direction. You can watch a video on me doing exactly that with my drone. Now, I wasn't hunting them, but I can drive a deer with a drone right where I want it to go. All I gotta do is put the drone on the opposite side of what I want it to go. It will run from it, and I'll be sitting there waiting. Is that how you should hunt? No. Is that how I would ever hunt? Not unless I had no other choice. If I'm starving, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that my kids are fed, that I'm fed, that my wife is fed. That's the important stuff. Taking care of your family. Putting yourself into a good situation to where you're not a burden on everybody else. And if you're one of these people that are out buying up everything you can get your hands on at the last second, you're kind of a burden on everybody else already. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about you, but you didn't prepare ahead of time. People say that it's a waste of money to prepare. Well, I'd rather be the one that's wrong. Because if I'm not the one that's wrong, you're the one that's wrong. And you're the one that's unprepared. What does it cost me to be wrong? Nothing. It doesn't cost me anything to be wrong. But it could cost you everything to be wrong. So stop and think about stuff like that. Stop and think about how you can better your situation for you, your family, and everyone around you. You know, be the community leader. Be the guy that reaches out to his neighbors and says, hey, stuff goes sideways, I've got you. Hold on. Be the guy that helps his neighbor plant that garden. Even if it's not something going on like this, you know, get out and help your neighbors. Be neighborly. Help your neighbor plant that little garden. It doesn't take that long. Help him weed it once in a while. It doesn't take that long. But it builds community. And community is what we need now more than ever. You're not going to go out and do it alone. You're not a lone wolf. You know? You're not going to be able to go out there and take on the world. I don't care how many fancy new ARs that you go out and buy. You're not taking on the world. Think about it. Put yourself in a better position. Put your community in a better position. Be a better person because of it. I've never got serious on videos before, but this is pretty serious. You know, this is your life, the lives of the people around you, and your community. Now, when you got a virus like this going on, you know, and you're in town, it's a little bit harder, but it's still doable. You know, you can have a rabbit hutch in the basement. You can have a rabbit hutch on your back porch if you're in an apartment complex. So there are ways to be able to make sure that you're taken care of, the people around you are taken care of, and you've got food. But I'll probably make some other videos during all this quarantine, let you see what I'm working on, see what I'm doing. Open up the conversation in the comments section. I'll probably be checking in on that because I don't think I'm going to work. I'm an essential service, but I still don't think I'm going to work. So, like the video, comment, subscribe, Stick around, find out how Ohio's getting it done without being a burden on the rest of society, and making sure that we're all taken care of, we're all doing good. I'll see you guys around. Be safe.